Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. It's your girl Jazz and I'm excited to do a good comparison. Well, a comparison. It's subjective, whether it's good or not. And I'm pretty sure you guys will tell me. Although I've gotten some comments that I never asked for your opinion. Just watching, just say hi. Because I can be just as sarcastic as you guys. For my regular followers that comment, you guys know how my sarcasm can be. And I appreciate the banter. It's always fun. Especially you might see, yes, I'm calling you out. Anyway, now today we are comparing the tags. I want to say tiles just because it was the first, at least I believe it was the first on the market. But, they're tags slash tracking devices slash find my stuff. Because that's pretty much what I use it for, or what I'm going to. I haven't used it yet because I haven't done this video. Hopefully now I can save some time instead of searching everywhere for my remotes, keys, phones, and my sanity. Which, I don't think that there's a tracking device for that one. Alright, I've already done a comparison between Samsung Tag Plus and the Samsung Tag. So if you want to see that just specifically for the Samsung devices, you can go ahead and check the link below. Now if you want, of course, all four, stay tuned. Well, to start out, all of them use some form of app, whether it be the Apple. In my opinion, the one that's going to be more universal, especially if you like to switch back and forth between Android and Apple, that's actually going to be the Tile. It's going to be the one that's going to be universal. Apple can only obviously be used on iOS or Apple platforms. And Samsung can only be used on Samsung. It doesn't matter if you have any other Android device. Samsung is only going to work on Samsung, unfortunately. So Tile is going to be the one that's going to be universal no matter what device that you use. So you can download it on your iOS, Apple, or you can download it on any Android device. That's one thing that I like. There are actually other variations of Tile as well. With Apple and Samsung, pretty much what you see is what you get, with the exception of maybe the color with the Samsung. Apple's only going to come in white, and if you want to stick it or, tag it on anything else, you're going to have to buy a separate attachment. Samsung, all you're going to do is need a ring or super glue it to whatever device that you're looking for. Yes, I will super glue this to my remote after this video. Unfortunately, with the, if you do super glue it to a device, be careful and be sure that you are able to open it back up to replace the battery. Now, as far as Tile goes, this is not the only device that is available. You also have the Sticker, the Mate, which is what this device is called. They have the Sticker, Slim, the Mate, which is this one right here, and the Pro. Now, as you've seen with each flashing one of the advantages with the Tile is that it does have a variety of different products. I have not gotten my hands on the Sticker, the Slim, or the Pro just yet. Now, if you want me to do a comparison between the four and do strictly just focus on the Tiles, I'll be more than happy to do that. More than likely it's going to be attached to one of my devices. That's besides the point. The Sticker is going to be more than likely what you're going to stick to maybe remotes, to kids maybe. It's something that you're going to stick on the device. As I mentioned, that one of the downsides with the Samsung and the Apple is that if you have something that, small, such as the Roku remotes, you guys, if you have any of those, you know exactly how small they are. And sticking one of these devices maybe add a little bit more clunk to it. So the Sticker would probably be the best version for your tracking devices, especially at home. Slim is going to be more for purses and or wallet. If you don't want this hanging off your purse or one of these, I'm just holding up the Tile just because that's, they're all Tile devices. But of course, we're all comparing all four. So the Slim is going to be more for, wallets or purses, so it can be a little bit more discreet. It's not as obvious. It blends in with other credit cards, IDs, all that. As far as the Sticker, it's going to be more subtle, and it's not going to add any more clunk to your devices, whatever you stick it on. Now, you also have the Mate and the Pro. They look very similar, and you would have to watch the Tile comparison video if you want to know more details about that. Just kidding. It's more about the range between the Mate and the Pro. All of these have approximately 120 meters or 360 feet as far as the distance goes where it's going to connect to your device and the tracker. And that's with using Bluetooth. Of course, you have your tracking using GPS and things like that. Number one thing that people are going to be concerned about is cost is number one, because it's going to determine on what device you use, right? I know it would for me. It would be cost, systems that I use, and ranges. As I mentioned, the range is going to be pretty equal for all of these devices, which is about 120. Now, Tile, you do have other styles or other versions of the Tile, which obviously is going to vary. Additionally, the Tile and Samsung devices are going to be water resistant and or proof. The Tile is waterproof. The Samsungs are water resistant. Depending on what source you use, the Apple it states that it is water resistant. Some say it's not. I've seen that all Apple products are not water resistant, so that's something that you may want to keep in mind when, determining how and what you're going to use it on. Like I said, if you use it on remotes or something at home, for the most part, you really don't have to worry about what it's around or, water, rain, things like that. But if you are clumsy like me, you can easily drop any form of liquid on it. Yeah, I'm very clumsy, so a spill is very likely. So that's something to keep in mind. As far as cost goes, for the Mate, it's going to be the cheapest device that you get. Your Mate device is going to be $24.99. Your Apple Air is going to be $29.99. Your Samsung Tag is going to be $29.99. Your Samsung Plus is going to be $39.99. So the main difference between the Samsung Tag and the Samsung Plus Tag is the augmented reality or AR. And honestly, especially if you're at home and you're in a somewhat quiet area, you don't necessarily need it. And also, it's going to be limited to what devices you're going to be using it on. If you have the Note 21 Ultra, that's the only one that's currently out on the market that you're going to be able to use the Samsung Plus for. That is currently out on the market. Now, there's going to obviously be upgrades for it. So a lot of the new Samsung phones that are going to come out, now I'm saying all of them, but the 21s that are coming out, both the regular Galaxy Samsung 21 as well as the Note, whether it be the regular Note such as I have or the Ultra, those are all going to have the new technology on there. If you're currently like me with just a regular Note 20, then unfortunately the Plus is not going to be within your benefit. And honestly, you really can't tell too much difference between the Plus and the regular. It's very minimal size difference. I mean, we're talking about literally millimeters. A little bit lighter in weight, but for the most part, that's the main difference. And with the augmented reality, unless you're in a noisy area or hard of hearing or selective hearing, like I have, you're really not going to necessarily need it. Unless, like I said, you really can't hear the sound that it's making. And I'll actually play the sound. So it's fairly loud for the most part, and you can actually control the volume. So if you want it softer or louder, but of course, keep in mind that there's a limit on the sound. As far as the AR technology goes, one of the benefits to it is that you can't, if you're close to it, to the device, so maybe it's sitting with maybe a couple of blankets, pillows, if it's on the couch or something like that, and you can't find it and the sound may be muffled, the AR will actually highlight the area that it's in, and it'll actually tell you how far or how close you are away from the device itself. So that's one added benefit for it. But if you can hear it just fine, even with, it being covered or something like that, the upgrade may not be worth it for you. And that's a general statement as far as, whether it's necessary or not, because that's something that's going to completely be subjective. So maybe it may not be for me, but it may be for you. To each their own. Now, I mentioned the cost of each of the devices, and you're probably wondering to know, is there any additional cost to these? To use the basic minimal tracking services of it, no, there's not any additional cost to it. With the exception of the Tile, there is an upgraded service to it where if you're like me and you're very good at losing things, especially ladies with our purses, guys with your wallets, or ladies with their wallets, fellows with your purses. No judgment, to each their own. You know, you have backpacks, things like that. There is a service that you can purchase. You can get the premium service for $2.99 a month or $30 for the year, which isn't too bad. And if you want a breakdown of exactly what it covers, you can see it listed right here. For $30, one of the biggest perks that I've realized for this is the battery replacement. They'll send you a replacement battery for it, which all you got to do is slide off the back of it and replace the battery. That's actually going to be covered in your $30 a year service fee. Now, there's an additional package that you can purchase that is the Premium Protect. That's going to be $100 a year. Now, you're thinking, what exactly is the Premium Protect? Everything that is covered in the Premium is going to be included on the Premium Protect. The advantage is, if you do lose maybe your purse or whatever the device may be that you lose, if it has a value to it, you can actually get it replaced. So if you lose a $1,000 purse, the Premium Protect is going to reimburse you for that service. So if you have, you know, ladies or fellas, if you have the expensive bags, purses, whatever the case may be, you lose it, they'll protect it. Now keep in mind that there is going to be a limit to that and how many times you can use that. If you use it at the beginning of the year, let's hope you don't lose it again by the end of the year, because they're only going to protect so much. So the Tile is the only one that's going to have a premium additional charge if you choose. You can just use it as a simple tracking device, especially if you're like most Americans and just stuck at home and you're not really going out. You don't really have too much to worry about. So the Premium and the Premium Protect may not necessarily be something that you need. I gave you pretty much the breakdown of each individual tag, tracking device, whatever you want to call them. Now, overall, my choice would be which one? Which one do you guys think? Y'all guys know that I'm an Android / Samsung device all day, every day. Apple, go ahead and throw that one out. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and let y'all stop playing the guessing game and just give you the answer. Mine is the Tile, mainly because it's universal. You can use it on any and all platforms, and there are other devices for it. With Samsung and Apple, pretty much what you see, what you get. You have to buy additional things, or it's not going to be useful for what I need it for. Remotes is number one. Now, with Tile, of course, as I mentioned, you have the Slim, you've got the Mate, which is this device right here, as well as the sticker. So you have a range of products that you can use. And plus, on top of that, it's cheaper, and they have the Premium Protect, which if you lose, you know, your laptop, whatever the case may be, it's easily replaceable. Financially, there may be sentimental things that obviously cannot be replaced. So I go ahead and say that financially, you'll get reimbursed. Unfortunately, if someone isn't the most honest, I'm not going to judge or anything like that, but if, you know, someone takes it and pretty much you're out of luck on that one. But at least financially, you'll be replaced and get that recovered if you get the Premium package. Premium Protect package, to be precise. So that's my opinion. Overall, Tile, pretty much I need to go ahead and upgrade and get more of the, especially the stickers. Let me know what your opinions are, what device that you use, your favorites, and any other questions that you may have. Hopefully I can have the answers. If not, I'll just let you guys know. Unless you're being sarcastic, because I could be just as sarcastic. Alright guys, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Stay tuned, stay jazzy. Thanks for watching.